Hello, YouTube. All right. Welcome to our first Cooking with Denoy episode inside the RV. This is actually my second time cooking in here. I am cooking up some white rice using the butane system because I don't have the propane system working yet, the built-in system, so I'm using my portable. I did go by the flea market and bought like a whole bunch of canisters here per viewer suggestions. It was under $8 for 4 of them, so under $2 each. I think at Walmart they're like over $3 per can. This is about to boil, so I got to turn it down a little bit. Maybe let the steam out. There we go. Let's turn it down a little bit so it doesn't boil over. Wanted to bubble and cook, but not boil over. Get all the steam out here. Yeah. Anyhow, yesterday, or not yesterday, but earlier today, I had jumpered the leisure battery at the front of the vehicle in the engine compartment, and got the lights, the vehicle lights to work. These lights. But you notice I'm not using them, and instead I have these portable LED lights. And the reason for that is the leisure battery's dead. It's not holding a charge. So that's a problem. That's going to have to be fixed. I do have my power pack here. That's the old bad battery. It's just a regular lead acid starting battery. And it was the one that was inside little blue tube that stopped holding its charge. But I'm using it as a portable battery pack right now, even though it doesn't have a lot of power. The plan today is to use that, hook it up to the portable pack thing, and use a 12 volt on there so I can run the fan, and I'm going to attempt to sleep inside the RV tonight. So you can see I brought some of the bedding from Blue once I clear all this out. It is a mess in here because there's 5 million things going on. I am trying to get things done today. I'm planning on kind of living in the RV because I'm going to be cleaning up the back room, which is right now, you know, a big mess. And also the bathroom, so maybe it can be usable somewhat. Although you can't really flush water and stuff. But I will be using it as a, what do they call those systems with the, gosh, I forget my brain, I'm getting a brain freeze. But basically a waterless system. Now I am cooking up some white rice and going to try to make some stir-fry vegetables to go with it. Because I have some meat in here, hamburger meat. And it turns out that even though I put ice in there, a whole bag of ice yesterday, it didn't last 24 hours. It lasted less than 24 hours and it melted. So this refrigerator does not hold the cold in. The cooler portion was still kind of cold, but all the ice was melted and the bottom was definitely melted. So I put it in some more ice today, but I know it's going to melt by the end of tomorrow. So the idea of running it off ice won't work unless you get ice every day, which is going to be $60 a month just for ice. That's kind of expensive. So, don't know. I still need to work out a cooling system that will work. Maybe just use the upper portion for cold food and the bottom use it as a shelf for warm food. You know, food that doesn't need to be chilled. Then maybe the 10 pounds of ice would last longer. Last more than one day. I don't know. That's another experiment that I need to try out, or use it down here in the bigger one. So you got a bigger storage space and 10 pounds of ice instead of splitting it in half and having 4 or 5 pounds down here, which is why it melted. Well, that's not why it melted. It was hot. It's hot in Florida. So, anyhow, I have the rice cooking right now. I'll be doing stir-fry vegetables to try to eat up the hamburger meat before it spoils. I do have some other cold meats. I don't want to open that up because, you know, when you do, you let all the cold out. And cold is a valuable commodity right now. You can see I got some bug spray. Saw a bug crawling around the other day. A big, giant Florida roach. So I'm going to be spraying all along the seams, the flooring and stuff. I mean, it's not infested. I don't see bugs all over the place. But I did see one big one. One of those cockroaches. Yeah, Florida palmetto bugs is what they're called. So I'm going to spray everything. You can see the wall still has issues. Uh-oh. Do not tell me that's water. No, thank goodness. I saw shiny there, and I thought that was water, but it's not. It's dried silicone. So it's reflecting light like water. Had me freaking out that it was still leaking. But I do need to look for leaks. It is raining outside. I don't know if you can see water here. There's water dripping here. Yes, it is leaking in here. Yes, yeah, there's a leaking spot right here. It's leaking on the inside and dripping right down to the window. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Otherwise, this whole side's gonna collapse. It's one of the problems with RVs. People mention how they leak. They're poorly constructed. But this one's kind of old. It's a 1995, so 2005, 2015. It's about 24, 25 years old. So it's falling apart. I don't think RVs last very long. I'll have to patch the leak. That's all you can do. You know, that is a problem. And it'll be something I need to work out and resolve. Otherwise, this is not going to be usable. Makes me wonder, though, about other leaks that are still hidden underneath all the foam insulation. Kind of sad to see the water coming in. Yeah, that's not good. That's going to be tomorrow's priority. And tonight's priority is to straighten out this area. I do have the portable battery that I brought in here that I'm going to be running the fan, so hopefully it'll be enough to keep me cool. I have the window open here for venting, and the roof is vented, but, you know, no fan. And, of course, we're still without power because the leisure battery is not holding a charge, so I'm going to have to get a new RV battery or just get my own system and wire it in, you know, figure out something. But man, that drip's bothering me. Maybe I need to go dry it off before it runs, and then it goes along the side panel and starts ruining the wall here. But this is not good. It's leaking right there. I'll let that kind of catch the leak, and then I'll take it. You know, the problem with leaks is that where you see it dripping, that's where the water's coming down. The gravity is pulling it there, but that's not where the leak necessarily is. You got to try to trace where the leak's occurring. But I know it's by the zero there, the O or zero up there. So I'm going to have to look at it tomorrow and see outside and see what is causing that, and then try to plug that. I do need to walk around and look some more. Looking for like wet spots, you know. This is kind of reminding me of living at the yurt. Do you remember the yurt when it rained? It really leaked over there. The yurt was like totally soaking wet, you know. There were little tiny holes where water came all the way in. And I'm looking here and I see some water here. Looks like water here along the side. Yeah. And this is fresh water. So yes, it's leaking here too. Leaks everywhere. The RV is totally leaking all over. That's not good. Yeah, the guy told me the leaks had been sealed. Evidently not. So, let's see, there's a leak on that corner. I'm going to have to look again and look around some more. Meanwhile, I got to go deal with the food before it burns. But yeah, this is not good. Matter of fact, it's kind of bad. Looking now, I question everything. Every little shiny spot may be a potential leak. And today's rain was small. It wasn't like a major, huge rainstorm, which I need to sit in and watch. So I think I need to do that before I start putting everything up. Before I start putting up all the, well, I guess I could put up some of these insulation around here where it doesn't seem like it's leaking at all. But maybe wait until a big rainstorm before I do that, because I need to watch and see where the leaks are coming from and deal with it. But it looks like my rice is done. I'm going to take that off the heat and start up the vegetables. So stay tuned for part 2 where I cook up the stir fry.